In a world that often feels fragmented and hurried, the ancient wisdom of Buddhism offers a path to inner peace and understanding. With over 2,500 years of history, Buddhism has spread across the globe, evolving and adapting to different cultures and societies. Today, we dive into the rich tapestry of Buddhist traditions, exploring their origins, teachings, and contemporary practices. Siddhartha Gautama, the founder of Buddhism, was born a prince in the Shakya clan in what is now Nepal around the 6th century BCE. Despite being raised in luxury, he renounced his princely life to seek answers to the fundamental questions of suffering and existence. After years of ascetic practice and meditation, he attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, India, becoming the Buddha, or the Awakened One. Buddha's teachings, known as the Dharma, revolve around the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path. These principles form the foundation of all Buddhist traditions. The truth of suffering, dukkha, the truth of the cause of suffering, samudaya, the truth of the end of suffering, nirodha, and the truth of the path leading to the end of suffering, magga. Right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Theravada, meaning teaching of the elders, is the oldest surviving branch of Buddhism. It traces its origins to the earliest followers of Buddha and is based on the Pali Canon, the oldest complete collection of Buddhist scriptures. Predominantly practiced in Sri Lanka, Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia, Theravada emphasizes individual enlightenment through rigorous discipline and meditation. In contemporary times, Theravada Buddhism has adapted to modern contexts while retaining its traditional practices. Meditation retreats, lay participation, and engagement in social issues are notable aspects of modern Theravada practice. Mahayana, meaning great vehicle, emerged around the 1st century CE, characterized by its broader philosophical outlook and the ideal of the Bodhisattva, a being who seeks enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Mahayana Buddhism is prevalent in China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, and Taiwan. Mahayana Buddhism incorporates a vast array of scriptures, philosophies, and practices. Key elements include the Bodhisattva ideal, Prajnaparamita Sutras, Lotus Sutra, and various meditation and devotional practices. Zen Buddhism focuses on meditation and direct experience. Pure Land Buddhism centers on devotion to Amitabha Buddha. Nichiren Buddhism emphasizes the chanting of the Lotus Sutra. Tiantai and Huayan Buddhism developed sophisticated doctrines and meditative practices. Mahayana Buddhism continues to evolve, engaging with contemporary issues and incorporating modern perspectives. Socially engaged Buddhism, interfaith dialogue, and the adaptation of traditional practices to modern lifestyles are notable trends. Vajrayana, meaning diamond vehicle or thunderbolt vehicle, is a later development of Mahayana Buddhism that incorporates esoteric and tantric practices. It emerged in India around the 6th century CE and spread to Tibet, Bhutan, Nepal, Mongolia, and parts of Russia. Vajrayana Buddhism emphasizes the rapid attainment of enlightenment through advanced meditative and ritual practices, including tantric practices, guru-disciple relationship, deity yoga, and the 3 kayas. Nyingma, Kagyu, Shakya, and Gelug are the major schools of Vajrayana Buddhism, each with its unique teachings and practices. The Dalai Lama belongs to the Gelug school. Vajrayana Buddhism has adapted to modern contexts while preserving its rich traditions. The global influence of Tibetan Buddhism, particularly through the Dalai Lama, has brought Vajrayana practices and teachings to a wider audience. Chinese Buddhism includes both Mahayana and Vajrayana influences and has deeply integrated into Chinese culture. Japanese Buddhism has diverse schools influenced by Chinese and indigenous elements. Korean Buddhism combines Mahayana, Vajrayana, and indigenous Korean practices. Sri Lanka, Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos predominantly practice Theravada Buddhism. Vietnamese Buddhism includes both Mahayana and Theravada traditions. Buddhism began spreading to the West in the 19th century. The 20th century saw increased Western interest in Buddhism, particularly with the rise of meditation practices and the influence of teachers like the Dalai Lama and Thich Nhat Hanh. Western Buddhism often emphasizes meditation and mindfulness, sometimes at the expense of traditional rituals. Notable movements include secular Buddhism, insight meditation, mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, and engaged Buddhism. Despite their diversity, all Buddhist traditions share core teachings derived from the Buddha. Differences arise from variations in interpretation, practice, and cultural adaptation. The diversity within Buddhism offers various paths suited to different individuals and cultural contexts. Buddhism faces challenges of secularization and modernization, but these also present opportunities to address modern issues like mental health, social justice, and environmental sustainability. Interfaith dialogue, preservation of tradition, and global influence are key aspects of modern Buddhism's evolution. Buddhism's rich tapestry of traditions and teachings offers profound paths towards enlightenment and the alleviation of suffering. By understanding and appreciating the unique contributions of each tradition, we gain deeper insights into the universal principles that unite them and the timeless quest for awakening they embody.